to subscribe. There's just this like stupid pop-up constantly. Get verified. No, I don't want to give you money. Go away.
I can think of more productive things to do with your money, like lighting it on fire.
All right, well, hey, looks like it's working. Good job, everybody. You did it. All right, so do we want to hop into it, or Oni, do you want to tell us how much you have a crush on the white lady with the Karen haircut?
Listen, Benedicta is so hot. You know what's crazy?
How much you
really
want her to
crazy?
step on you?
No, I don't like steppies. You know what's crazy though? When she hopped on the Titan guy, I was shook. I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting
Yo, just straight up.
I was like, oh shit, she
Listen.
Oh my.
Listen, if you have a thing for size differences, that's your jam right there.
Look, every time I saw her before I knew about any of that, I was like, damn, she's mad hot. Or like, damn, even when she turns into Garuda, that Garuda's mad hot.
And now you know she's a very liberated woman.
And then I'm just like, oh, she's so hot as shit.
I
Oh
mean,
no, she's hot.
you're going hard right now.
She's hot.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. All right. Oh, the Garuda lady? She's hot.
Oh yeah, no. Mocha is definitely going to enjoy the hell out of this game.
Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
had no
like
idea that Brazil was so hyped for this.
Oh yeah, no. For sure. For real, for real.
For real? All right. Well,
If you look at two of them up, there is like part of them standing side by side, but it's completely out of scale.
Wait, what?
It's like out of scale because I would assume she's around 5'6", 5'7", and dude is like 9 feet tall, and it makes.
Oh
them
yeah,
look
no, that's
equal
fine. Have
height.
you seen the Mountains wife, girlfriend?
Yeah, but like, in official art, why are you rendering your characters so far out of scale?
Yeah.
Okay, for here's a real life example. I got you.
Excellent size difference right there.
It's wonderful.
I thought that man was holding a puppy, and then I realized it's a trophy.
I wish it was a puppy. I'd prefer a puppy to a trophy.
Yeah, that's the mountain is a very large man. All right, let's dive back into this. We'll do some introductions. Let's start with the one who is deciding to, leave us for 3 weeks. Now I need to find more moderators. It's Chrisseries.
It's 2 weeks. I'm not up to.
I'm not listening.
Were you anyways? You never listen.
What?
You just
Hi, my name is Chris Reyes. I lead the raid group Blitz on Final Fantasy XIV. We're not going to be streaming for a few weeks because we don't have another streaming member right now. But there will be tons of DDO hardcore VODs going up on the YouTube in my absence.
Hey, I'm sorry. Could you
And
repeat
when I
that?
get back,
I got
there should
bored.
be some fun stuff happening.
What? I'm sorry, I got
was
bored
ignoring
and got
you
up
talking
and...
over.
What?
What?
Exactly.
Nani the fucko, my bucko.
It's all good. I have to get my jollies in. But anyway, go check out
Look,
Chris.
I'm just happy I processed a full terabyte of footage and got it all up before I went on vacation.
Is that what we're calling it now, Kyos?
Uh-huh.
Or jollies?
Sure.
I
Oh
thought you
my.
were about to say, is that what we're calling it? A full terabyte?
I almost threw Vegas 18 out the window today until I tweaked some settings, and lo and behold, it worked again.
Oh, weird.
Nah, weird, right?
The esoteric abilities of video rendering software.
Why is it all awful?
It is always awful. I used to do editing for my job, and that was a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't do this shit for a job. This sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do it
yeah.
for free, which makes it even worse.
I enjoy it when I'm doing it for myself. It's the same thing as coding. I enjoy coding. God forbid anyone ever actually pays me to do it, because I would have a horrible time.
So you're saying you like doing it yourself, but not with others? That's
Yeah, I'm kind of
respectable.
selfish like that.
Yeah, hey, that's respectable. Speaking of respectable, it's a shark. It's a plane. It's on Chrissery's head. It's Sharky.
Yes, I am in fact the hat that's been on Chrissy's head for what, like a year and a half now?
You were on mine for a while.
Well, that's true.
I get
You're gonna have to
past
find
it.
another head for a couple weeks.
Mhm.
I'll take you
That's
back.
fine.
I'll take you back. It's okay.
You're the best, Lon. Hi,
I am.
I'm Sharky. I'm currently hiding from spoilers everywhere by playing games offline and wondering if I should make a terrible decision and get back into Zelda Land for a few minutes. So, yeah, I'm old. I have a gravelly voice. Everybody else is going to sound like a lot more fun. So let's have some fun. Who's next?
It is a certifiable sleep aid.
You know, I am registered as a sleep aid in 3 time zones. But anyway, I started blasting.
Speaking of blasting, Oni, after the FF16 demo with Garuda Lady, it's Oni Heart.
My gun.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting.
She's
Bang, bang.
hot.
I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away.
It's fine
I ran
anyway.
after them.
Yes,
Bang!
it
Try to
gives
shoot him in
me
the back,
Oni
but I
Heart.
don't want so good. Either. Anyway,
That demo has me shook. That game is gonna be so fucking good.
That game is very adult. I'm surprised.
I'm all about it. Like the story kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics story, and that was my favorite Final Fantasy. So like, I feel like this game has the potential to be my new favorite Final Fantasy.
Dude, this game gonna hit like the chancla when you late for Abuelita's birthday party.
But the most thing I'm gonna have fun with is messing with the combat system, because I was doing some crazy shit for real.
It's super techy.
But aside from that, like until Final Fantasy 16 comes out, I'm thinking if I'm gonna do an unboxing, like stream me unboxing the Super Deluxe Steal Your Wallet edition,
It did have some cool shit.
because I did get that. So Square Enix stole my wallet for it.
I
but-
mean, listen. If the game is anywhere near as good as the demo, are you gonna be disappointed?
no, it's worth it. But yeah, until that game comes out, it's just gonna be Street Fighter 6 and Omega Strikers. Yeah.
Speaking of Starfield, I saw the Adoring Fan has made a return.
Yes. Yeah, I loved that.
I think it's even the same VA.
Yes. Which is even more hilarious. Oh god.
I don't know anything about that game.
Space Skyrim.
Yep. Speaking of adoring fans, it's Lania.
I have plenty of adoring fans. Hi, I am Lani Ikea. I normally stream RPGs, but I got sponsored to stream Mask of the Rose, and oh my god, is that an amazing visual novel. And so I will be playing the hell out of that in the next couple weeks. It's great. It's got fairly strong horror vibes, very strong mystery vibes, and it's a dating sim. So, everything good. Also on the docket when I can find time and interest are Hong Kong Grail Star, finishing up Star Ocean the Divine Force, and I don't know, other shit. We'll see. When Starfield comes out, I'll play the fuck out of that.
Isn't everything a dating simulator?
If you try hard enough.
There's a ton of simulators that would date you.
I respectfully decline.
There was that dating
I meant
sim
like
that did
age
your
one.
taxes.
There are those horrible ads for like the AI bot that like messages you and stuff.
Oh
Ugh.
my god.
Ugh.
Oh my god. And the dubiously sourced story about the person who is like engaged to one or whatever. Yeah.
Well, it takes all kinds, I guess. And speaking of all kinds, it is last but not least Shy.
Yes. Well, I'm used to it. Hi. I am Shy. I'm a Ninja Girl. I play games. Most notably, stuff like Final Fantasy XIV with my Do Everything run, which, yeah, we finally cleared ARR's storyline, which means we're only about, by my count, 3-4 years away from getting all the way to wherever.
Yeah.
Also, I also do a lot of Stardew and a lot of other games, like Battle Chef and various other things I just see fit to pull out. Also on Saturdays, we do voice acting with various games, like we've done Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog and This Way Madness Lies in the past. Upcoming, we've got stuff like the Endless Monday, VN, there's Getting the Car Loser, which is coming up. I know Valhalla and Coffee Talk are in there somewhere. So yeah, definitely tune in and join us. We are not doing voice acting this Saturday because a number of our usual crew are heading out on vacation, so probably Saturday after this coming one, we'll have something.
And that dates back to my Atelier voice acting streams, which I think I started around the time you started Ace Attorney, Kios.
I think so.
Yeah. Great minds.
I saw the Capcom showcase earlier. Shoutouts to Capcom. The Ace Apollo series comes out, I think, sometime in early 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was a fan of I know like when they turned over, a lot of people were kind of iffy about Apollo Justice, but I thought the whole his perception thing, like seeing people's tics for when they're lying, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
it was always
Ghost
about
Trick.
it was always about the evidence panties for me.
Excuse me?
Uh,
Of course it
uh,
was.
Phoenix has a daughter in the sequel,
Oh no!
and
Oh no! You don't need to explain. It's better if you don't.
Well,
Anyway,
I had almost forgotten about that.
mhm.
Evidence panties.
It's fine. Moving on.
Moving
Hi,
on.
Capcom.
Go
You did that, Capcom.
go play Ghost Trick. There's a demo out, by the way.
Oh shit! Is it out now?
Yeah, the demo's out now.
Oh, time to. Oh wait, never mind. I have to do this.
Onio.
What, you think I just sit here and focus solely on this? My guy, I have a giant bag of goldfish. Delicious.
Yeah, I have air.
Mmm. Delicious.
No, not right now. After that, all those fires, and it might not be
No.
delicious.
No, you can still
beer
chew
is
it.
not
It's
delicious.
nutritional.
I
Hope
settled
you
for
like heavy
gummy
metal
bears.
poisoning.
Nutritional, not delicious. Does somebody else want the judge, or do we want me to continue with the judge?
I'll take it back. Yeah, we can pass around some of the other roles and make it even from there.
Oh, I know Scythe is coming in, so I should be set.
Yeah, we about to roast her.
Hoo.
All right. Thank you, Council. That will do. I should really pull up the actual stream. As a result of the summation examination, the
Yeah,
jury's
Monster
overall
Prom's
leaning
dope.
has changed.
We
Started as a bottom, now they up.
I did Monster Road Trip, and that's super fun.
2 jurors now called guilty against 4 who call not guilty. Accordingly, the court has failed to reach a consensus at this time. And the trial must continue.
Hooray! We did it?
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Another wonderful victory. Or
He's so
did you want-
surprised.
Did you want
This is like-
Susato, Chris?
I don't honestly know what parts are coming up. I don't know when the next.
It's sure fine to keep it shy.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a Wax Lady coming up.
I can grab her.
I'd rather do Max work if you want Susato.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Waxwork of the despicable professor. Used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say, it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true. However, it would appear that it does at least warrant further investigation.
It's the waxwork of the professor that links Mr. Drebber to Dr. Scythe. You know, I just hit the X button. And I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link.
I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't.
You're muted.
The truth, sir, by using evidence and testimony. Thank you.
Welcome.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of the model to be summoned as a witness.
Owner?
Yeah, witch mommy.
Madame Tuspos.
Yeah, I really thought that Lord Van Zeeks would object to this whole line of inquiry.
Very well, I concur. Make arrangements for Madame Two Spells to appear as a witness with immediate effect.
Listen carefully, my learned friend.
Oh? Yeah.
You should know that you are on the brink of opening Pandora's box.
Oh my. I hope she gave permission.
Yeah.
No hablo nihongo.
Romancylvania.
Wait, did you not hear about Romancylvania? It is fantastic.
Oh, God. All right.
Romancylvania?
I will Google it.
Excellent. I need to wish list this. I don't even know what it is, but I need to wish list this.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Never has this
I will
been
give you
more-
the rundown. Fight into
Never is this-
Romancylvania, a darkly comic genre mashup combining side-scrolling action and tongue-in-cheek romance into one completely absurd and unforgettable adventure.
Stepbrother, I'm not.
Romancylvania. Bite into Romancylvania, a darkly comic genre mashup combining side-scrolling action and tongue-in-cheek
I
romance.
didn't mean repeat yourself.
Well, I was explaining. I'm explaining it.
Ella Yuri has given it a stamp of approval, so I'm down.
Who gave it a stamp of approval?
The curator, Hella Yuri, literally the only curator I follow.
Oh,
Here,
did-
that's the link you really want.
It did win a Nick's Game Award. The voice or the cast? It's pretty easy on the eyes.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Romancylvania.
I'm like shocked you guys haven't heard of this.
I want to thank you for derailing the stream so impressively.
You know, I've been doing that a lot recently.
I mean,
not
listen.
like just in Kyo's stream. Like my existence is apparently derailing lots of streams right now, and it's kind of funny.
That's alright.
I love it.
I like that
You gotta be so
Brosifer just is
entertained,
absolutely hanging dong, dude.
Which one?
Brosifer?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, this is weird. Continuing.
Court shall now adjourn for 45 minutes. During that time, the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for taking the stand.
Game features. Fall in love with a monster. Discover the human inside each monster. Oh, whoa.
Oh my.
Where's Pen?
Madam Tusples, yes. I shall see to it at once, my lord.
Hold on, let me summon.
You've got questions? Damn right I do. This has been hilariously funny already. Moving on.
24th October, 11:53 a.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber.
Briefly stepping away.
Ah, the knight errant himself.
Oh, have you been watching from the gallery, Mr. Sholmes?
I've been on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Ah, I see. Hopped up on goofballs again, huh, buddy?
Courtroom trials are fascinating affairs, as a spectator at least.
I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself.
Oh.
I have to ask.
I kind of forgot he was involved in the trial.
Huh?
What on earth is going on? It makes no sense. What's this professor business all about? He doesn't look like any professor I've met before. Who even is he?
Ah, of course. You were in Germany already 10 years ago.
Yes, the professor. When I discovered he was the one who had been abducted, a sense of foreboding stirred within me. But who knew the monster would come knocking at your door? My heart felt sympathies.
As it turns out, Lord Van Zeeks is even more intimately tied to this case than any of us realized, isn't he?
Yes, how true. His great friend from the university in the bar.
And now a waxwork of the killer who took his esteemed brother's life makes an appearance too. I imagine even the shrewd Mr. Reaper failed to foresee the kick in the teeth. An extraordinary move on your part, my dear fellow, to throw that in front of the man.
You make it sound deliberate.
I can't help feeling that this professor case is really very puzzling.
Oh yes? In what particular manner?
Oh, you know, in the same way that grass is green and the sky is blue. Well,
quite.
there's Mr. Trevor, Dr. Scythe, and Lord Van Zee. It seems everybody in the trial has a link to the case somehow. Yes, in fact, I alone am not a member of the set. No, that leaves me as an empty set. All alone, with no intersection to any other.
Excuse me? Oh, it's me.
Dr. Scythe!
Ah, Dr. Courtney Scythe. Nee Stevens, good day to you.
Hello, Sholmes. That was very shrewd of you.
What in particular, pray?
You requested that 10-year-old autopsy report from Gregson, didn't you?
Why would you assume such a thing?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Firehorse?
Because Gregson told me.
What's going on, Dan?
To think it's been 10 years. 10 years in the laboratory, wielding my scalpel.
She'll never be as cool as Ducky from NCIS.
I mean, that's fair. But her outfit's hotter.
True.
I smell of nothing but corpses and disinfectant.
Vaughn, I don't know which Street Fighter character you had to beat up and steal the outfit from, but it looks good on you.
Thank you. I honestly kind of want art of myself in this outfit. I am not lying.
The policeman on the jury had a lot to say about you as it happens, Dr. Scythe. And I've accused you of being complicit in what happened. I'm hoping that you'll take the stand and tell the truth about what really happened.
That certainly won't be possible.
Excuse me?
Lord Van Ziegs won't be summoning me as a witness. Lord Strongheart has forbidden it.
Oh, well, gee, that sure is convenient, huh?
Yes. The Pandora's box you were warned about is the Professor case. But please don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me.
Attempting to hide from the truth. That's cowardice.
Or obstruction of justice, one of the two.
Porque no was done.
I've always fought crime in the way I see fit.
ACAB.
I'm a vigilante, bitch. And I have no regrets. None at all. And that is all I came here to say. So, go fuck yourself.
Tell us how you really feel.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Everyone be out acting wild at work.
Bye!
She mentioned it too. This Pandora's box.
Whatever does it all mean?
There's really no cause for concern. I assure you, when the trial resumes, the meaning will become all too apparent, whether you like it or not.
Huh?
Now then, I believe it's almost time.
Oh yeah, speaking of driving, hey Oni.
Yeah.
Yeah, how bad is that shit gonna be?
Oh, the highway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, luckily I don't have to take that highway ever, but
You know it's gonna fuck up shit on.
it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
mess
no,
up
because there's
everything else.
detours. It's gonna fuck everything. It's
That
gonna
shit's
fuck
so bad.
everything.
That shit's so bad. We talking about it in the office about how many engineers they just called to help deal with just the traffic part.
Alright, let me see if I can do this without like showing my location.
It's pretty bad.
Traffic has been delegated to different parts of the city, which is
Uh-huh.
clogging up everything all over.
That's not there. But yeah, this is so bad. They're gonna have to reroute around everything. But like, this is 95. Like, it is such like, it is such an important artery, like trucking wise, because you take this to New York, you take it up to the corner. Like, it's so bad. It's so freaking bad. I'm suspect of it. I really am. Yo, welcome in, Val. How was it? Yo, what's up, J-Mac? Low Resu,
All I have to
Shirley.
say is if somebody were to do something, there are far less destructive ways to cause equal amounts of chaos.
Well, I mean, it was caused by an accident, and the guy whose truck caused it, he is super dead.
There are a lot of weird circumstances. Ugh.
But that's how you get those kinds of accidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if there weren't those weird circumstances, if those weird circumstances were common, that bridge would not still be up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sholmes is doing all right. He's being a bit of a
I must
wingnut.
make my way back to the public gallery. The edge of my seat awaits.
How are you liking Fess? I think maybe you're enjoying yourself a little too much. Like, is that a roll of quarters in your pants, or are you just really happy to see me?
Ah, yes.
He's happy to see you.
One word of warning before I go.
We played the 16 demo earlier, and
If-
that is
In the course of this trial this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone.
Ah, the answer is so good. It's a shame they're not including it with the remaster. Yeah, the 16 demo was dope.
To the bitter end, you understand? Do not falter, whatever may come to pass.
All right, I understand. Thank you.
Good. I shall make myself scarce then.
Good. Bye.
I purchased a bar of caramel earlier, so I shall be gnawing on this as you gnaw away at the truth.
You purchased it from yourself?
Thanks for sharing, Sholmes, I guess. All right.
Also,
Did
I
you bring enough for the class?
see that talk
Don't.
about Persona 3. I'm super hype about the remake.
I am, but I'm also super bummed that no FemC and no answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I know those things will be cool additions to have in, but you know,
I'm sure the
breaks-
quality of life is going to be important because the only option to play it right now is
I
Steam.
experienced the original first, and you know, I'm fine with just experiencing the original again.
Yeah.
I just really hope it's
for
not.
women who play, like, it breaks the heart of Eris that she can't, play the game that drew her in because it allowed her to be FemC.
Yeah, but still, like, I mean,
It's
still not the
the
original.
game. It's
Yeah.
still, that's not the original version, but like, I don't know. It feels weird to A, remake something and take something out, and B, to like know that there is part of your audience who is drawn to P3P for a reason, and just be like,
what's
no,
up, Flimmy?
nah, forget it.
How are you?
See, I'm gonna take the stance of they're just doing it so that they can release that as DLC and extract more money later.
More than
Yeah, and
likely.
It's very likely, and it's weird to say that's what I hope they're doing, and not just forgetting about it entirely.
Yeah.
But,
Which they
like,
were doing neither, but I hear
Exactly.
you.
That's where I'm.
Oh,
at.
I agree. I love Atlas, but they're one of the scummiest companies on the face of the planet.
They really are.
And
They make
I'm not
good
gonna
games.
lie.
They make really good games, but like their corporate practices.
You know what you're getting, right? You're just getting P3 fed through a P5 AI bot.
Yeah, probably.
It's just yassifying the menus.
that menu looks sexy though.
They do.
My guy, it's just put a hue shift on the Persona 5 menus. It's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't mad. I understand people are going to enjoy it. That's just my personal take. P3 is a great game no matter which version you've played or are playing.
Fun fact: Persona 3 was actually my favorite game for the longest time.
You liked it
Original
over
Persona
Fess?
3. Huh?
You liked it over Fess?
Well, I mean, Fez, Persona, I just count it as the same shit. That's
Okay,
why I just
because
said
like
Persona
I
3.
played P3 Vanilla first and then played FES, and I don't know how people enjoy Vanilla.
The vanilla one was just. I
The
feel like
hook
it was
that
just
brought you
hard for no reason.
Yeah, it was just hard just to be hard.
But like, I get it with Fez because like the answer scenario, that scenario is cool, but it's also like not necessary. I liked the answer scenario, but it's also like it doesn't really add too much.
Nah, I feel you. What did that warning from Mr. Sholmes really mean? I wonder. Especially the bit about whatever may come to pass. Meh.
'Cause I wonder.
It's time for the final chapter then. I'm determined to find the truth. I reach out for the truth, no matter what.
No matter the cost. Right, Agnes?
Something like that.
24th
Reach out for the
October,
truth was a P4.
12:40 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Oh, we're up to day 13. We trucked through it. Yeah. Well, the skill books definitely
In the
help.
name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court.
We struggle with water, though.
Counsels for the defense and prosecution. Are you ready and able to continue?
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
Yes, my lord. The defense is also ready.
As the court is aware, the case under our scrutiny began with a damaging incident at the Great Exhibition. Yet we now find ourselves embroiled in the details of a convicted felon who was sent to the gallows a decade ago. His trial has certainly defied all expectation.
As seems to be the fate of all trials in which this Nipponese is involved, my lord.
Way to be meta about it. So then, let us begin our exploration of the defense's assertion that the Waxworth was cardinally involved in this matter. Lord Van Zeeks.
I'm also here for the OP spears. Like, there's
My
been a
lord.
very good balance update, in my opinion.
Are we still awaiting the arrival of Madame Two Spells?
Not at all. She is in the antechamber as we speak and ready to be summoned.
Very well. Bring in the witness.
At once, my lord. Bailiff, show Madame Tuspels to the stand.
Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Kios. I do lots of RPGs. Tonight is voice acting. We wrapped up the 16 demo earlier, and I also play a crap ton of 7 Days to Die. Things are about to become a lot more intense. If Drebber is responsible, as I'm sure he is, it means he must have had an accomplice in Dr. Scythe.
And what connects the pair of them is the Waxwork.
Yes, model of the Professor. That's the key to the link between these otherwise unrelated individuals. It's a tenuous link, admittedly, but at present, it's all we have to go on.
Stepping out real quick.
A21's awesome so far.
State your name and occupation for the court, please.
My name is Madame Esmeralda Tuspels. I'm a waxwork artisan.
There's a lot of stabbing Sholmes in the eye happening.
And the proprietor
Ooh,
of
witchy
Madame Tuspels
wand.
Museum of Waxwork.
Sorry, adjusting audio levels. There we go.
She's also
You will
making sure to stab Sholmes in the neck as well.
You will have to pardon me for working as I testify. My new exhibit must open very soon.
Oh, so he finally gets a statue, does he? Now there are two of them in the world.
Oh my, what expression is she carving onto that face?
A number of days ago, a particular waxwork model was stolen from your museum.
Yeah, I hope you're having a blast with A21 Lumi. We're doing really well.
Can you confirm this?
Oui, that is true. At first, we believed it had been kidnapped.
A waxwork model kidnapped.
Yes, my lord. There was a demand for ransom money left behind by the culprit. However, according to what I have just been told outside of the courtroom, that was not the true reason.
You know, just a casual night of stealing waxworks and mannequins.
I understand it was utilized as a substitute for the body of a murder victim.
I'm not gonna lie,
At
crossbows
present,
are hella dope
that
too.
is no more than conjecture proposed by the defense. This is the victim of the case in question, Mr. Odie Assman.
I forgot his name was Odie Assman.
But of course, I know him well. He is a part of my odious personages exhibit. I detest to say what is evident, but Mr. Assman does not resemble the professor at all.
Yes, but perhaps. Perhaps their faces are very similar?
Are you suggesting that we should see now the demasked visage of the professor?
I'm back.
I have here the key, but it is strictly forbidden to open the lock.
This is absurd!
Pardon?
I don't know what face you've carved onto your fancy figure beneath that mask. But clearly, it won't be that of the actual killer.
Indeed. The man's identity was never made public, after all.
Yeah, and?
The trial took place in a closed court. The proceedings were strictly confidential.
Your face is confidential.
The condemned man was summarily executed. His identity remains a closely guarded national secret.
Yeah. Hopefully y'all are having a terrific time tonight.
There
Nice
is
and
no
comfy.
possible way that a repository of tawdry exhibits could get its hands on that information.
If you haven't played the 16 demo, do it.
Que dommage. It would seem you were unaware of the Tespel's principles.
I'm sorry, what principles?
Family Tespels has always prided itself on sculpting its models a la perfection. Every detail, including the visage, is fashioned with complete fidelity. Et voila, principles.
There is well-known legend about the Tespel's waxworks from the time of the French Revolution. A member of the Tespels family is said to have made a waxwork of the queen who was executed.
Oui, that is true. It was a century ago now.
I believe the queen's face was carved in the minutes following her death, actually at the guillotine site.
You were correct. The model is on display still today in the House of Horrors.
Hey, Oni,
Yes.
this is another white woman with a Karen haircut.
He is pretty hot.
Where, huh? What?
On screen.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Discord kitten, don't be shy.
I do not have any Onis in my exhibits. Perhaps that should change.
Look, Oni, if you play that game for more than 4 hours, please consult a doctor.
Look, man. Benedicta is hot, okay?
He's not wrong. The man isn't wrong.
No, she's Windy. Duh, she's Garuda.
I hate you so much.
We do not keep shame here. We keep grade and evaluate. Correct?
Kyo, that would have been so much funnier if he was into Shiva, though.
True.
Right?
I do like the Shiva lady.
What the hell is wrong with you?
We Tespels will stop at nothing to obtain a faithful replica of our subjects.
Hey, Rianne, how goes?
Dear me, a somewhat disturbing tenacity of purpose.
It is the only way to obtain a truly lifelike representation of the subject. And has been my family's secret for generations.
Do you mean to say that beneath the mask? I can make another Persona reference here. Anyway, just pretend that I did.
Oui, the true visage of the killer is there.
But it's Van Zeke's dad.
This is ludicrous. It's out of the question.
Yeah, why he's so mad?
The professor's
Because he doesn't know.
The professor spread terror throughout the Great Britain. As a result, the Madame Tussauds special exhibit remains extremely popular, even today. The killer emerging from his own grave. It is a sight to behold. You should come.
Oh, and he will later.
Already did, I suppose.
I think, madam, it would be beneficial to hear your formal testimony on this matter. You will explain every detail of this macabre model and your personal involvement in its creation.
With pleasure.
The Professor Waxwork. Nah, she is hot though. I'll give you that. I'm just not like into blondes, I guess.
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. An impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse, in accordance with Tussauds family principles. I enlisted the aid of the gravedigger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the internment. I hid myself until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night.
Oh, whoa?
Oh, whoa.
Ooh.
Concerning? Oh, whoa.
As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered.
The gravedigger? The man sanctioned this.
Oui, I will do all that is necessary to achieve the true resemblance my family is celebrated for.
Okay.
Nobody else knew. Only as a gravedigger. What harm did it do, huh?
So you truly saw it. The face of that monster.
Naturally, I was aware at the time that his identity was a secret. But Tussauds would not be Tussauds if we did not insist on absolute fidelity to our sculptures.
I don't believe this.
I myself have seen the special exhibit at your museum, madam. A truly blood-curdling scene in which the murderer is emerging from his own grave.
The scene it depicts was the subject of many rumors in London 10 years ago. I have here a newspaper from the time. The special exhibit was based upon the picture in this article. It was the most detailed account of what happened, as reported by the eyewitnesses that saw it.
The 10-year-old article has been entered into the court record.
Man rises from the grave. It's too absurd for words.
The public enjoy absurdity, Monsieur. That is why I have reproduced the scene as carefully as possible in my museum.
And it's a waxwork from that exhibit that was stolen some days before the incident at the Great Exhibition, wasn't it?
That is correct. The professor you see here before you here.
Most puzzling. Counsel for the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination.
This waxwork links Drebber to Dr. Scythe. And there's to be some reason for that, which hasn't yet come to light. But I'll find it. I'll get to the bottom of what really happened. I'll prove that Dr. Scythe and Drebber were in on this crime together. The Professor Waxwork.
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London.
Hold it! And that rumor would be?
It's a 10-year-old tale now, but one that no Londoner would ever forget.
This one was Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know just what you're talking about, I think.
Of course, it couldn't be anything else.
Yes, that story will never disappear.
The tale of the condemned killer rising from the dead. That is the central attraction of my House of Horrors. The rumor was whispered all over the city, and it was like this. It was in Millgate Cemetery behind the prison, in the dead of night after the execution of the killer. The interred professor slid back the stone slab covering his tomb, and emerged from his grave. A young man who witnessed this felt a scream welling up inside him. But an instant later, he heard an ear-splitting gunshot from over his shoulder. The bullet struck the emerging corpse, and he fell motionless once more. The scream finally found its way from the mouth of the young witness, who turned and ran for his life.
The corpse climbed out of his own grave?
And then somebody shot him? Who was it?
Nobody knows, even today. But remember, it was just a rumor. Perhaps nothing more than a ghost story. Good people of London, they love stories like this. That is why it was in every newspaper across the capital.
But was it just a story? I mean, this is exactly the scene that can be seen today at your museum, isn't it?
Oui. The special exhibit was modeled on that very illustration. For a while afterwards, the contents of that article were reproduced in every newspaper imaginable.
Madam, might I say something?
Please, go ahead, mademoiselle.
When something is described as a rumor, it doesn't necessarily mean it's entirely made up. I believe that often rumors contain the elements of truth.
I see that people from the East can be just as astute as the people of Europe.
That's racist.
Also just as racist. Can we be sure, for instance, that the professor's execution was successful?
Great answer.
It is not possible for the dead to come back to life.
I'm sorry, that doesn't answer the question.
10 years ago, I was there in Lowgate Cemetery. The criminal known as the Professor was killed by hanging. I took a wax impression of his visage from the corpse just before it was interred. So I can assure you, the man was dead.
I see. So, no one's got anything to say about, you know... Yep, alright, we'll allow it.
No. Seems fine.
It would certainly appear that the condemned man suffered the intended fate.
An impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse, in accordance with Festival's friendly principles.
Alright, let's take a look at what she gave us.
Oh, the Great Stink.
Ah, Odie
Back in
asked
the
me.
eruption.
Deep.
Odie asked me did the illustration. Go figure.
Was the Baal Mosque to blame for the Great Blaze?
Something like that.
Is this set in April 20th, or I'm confused?
Is that true of every waxwork in your museum then?
It is, assuming the subject is dead, of course. Live subjects have to cooperate in a similar way.
Sholmes is into wax play. Anyway,
I have letters from imprisoned criminals all the time, you know.
what sort of letters?
When my time comes, please make a waxwork of me. Kaisa.
No!
My museum is famous once here. To be made into waxwork is an honor, and for some criminals, a symbol of status even.
Because nothing says hardened criminal better than wax. What was for dinner?
And it is
Don't
thanks to
get no
one
email,
killer in
I'm sorry,
particular
but-
that my museum has gained such popularity in London. I refer to the star of the special exhibit, of course, the Professor.
Whose form you claim to have captured by taking an impression from the actual corpse.
There are no exceptions to the principles of Tuspels. I instigated the gravedigger and created a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the internment.
Hold it! Surely that's illegal, isn't it?
It would seem the proprietress of this repository of novelties was blinded by monetary greed.
It had nothing to do with money. The man is part of London's criminal history. That is why I had to sculpt him. To record the history. It is the raison d'etre of the Tuspels Museum.
But if the man was convicted in a closed court and sent for immediate execution, then surely nobody but the members of the judiciary present knew the killer's true identity.
I assure you, behind that mask is hidden the true face of the Professor.
Chicken sandwiches slap.
You realize what you're saying? The professor's identity is a national secret.
I understand. now that the truth about the special exhibit has been revealed, it must perhaps close.
Of course it will. As will your entire museum if you don't tread very carefully, madam.
That could be another interesting chapter in the history of my family, I think. Don't you?
So, 10 years ago, on the night of the professor's execution, you took a wax impression of his face from the corpse?
Oui, exactement. I hid myself until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night.
I'm gonna press this and I hope I don't learn things I don't want to learn.
Hold it!
You were there longer than you expected to be?
I had some difficulties in capturing the subject's form correctly. As I removed the mask, the mouth of the cadaver fell open and I had some problems with the chin.
Dare I ask?
The man had been dead for a short while already, you see. His muscles were relaxing and consequently, his chin would not align itself correctly.
Oh dear, what a horrible thought.
Under normal circumstances, I would have an assistant with me. However, that night, I was alone. And as a consequence, I missed my preferred window of time.
What does that mean?
When I take the impression of the visage of a cadaver,
Easy breezy.
I was waiting until 3 hours after death.
Chicken sandwiches are I make a damn good chicken sandwich. Why 3 hours? Is that amount of time significant?
It is because of rigor mortis.
Wriggly mortis?
It's the name given to the phenomenon that occurs in recently deceased body. As a rule, 3 hours post-death, the muscles in the body begin to stiffen. By approximately 10 hours post-death, the entire body is completely rigid and inflexible. And from that point on, the muscles slowly start to revert to their relaxed. The effect is often used to estimate the time of death when a body is discovered.
Well,
For more
that was an
information on
education.
being rigid, we now turn to Oni.
So, fun fact about death rigidity. Particularly sudden deaths like a hanging can produce an effect called angel lust, in which the victim, or in this case, executed individual, dies within erection.
Anyway,
Correct.
I felt like that was important context
anyway,
for Madame Tusples.
Well, that was an
Hi.
education, if a slightly scary one.
As the Mademoiselle says, rigor mortis commences 3 hours after death, and it starts in the jaw.
I see. So that's why you wait.
Before that time, the mouth falls open, and it's very difficult to do my work.
It's getting hard for me to do my work with all this talk of corpses. I wonder about that information the courts just heard from Madame Tuspils. It's always significant. The information about rigor mortis that you just shared with us, would you mind including it in your formal testimony? I believe it could be significant, you see.
Of course, I do not mind at all.
I can't help but feeling that after this latest topic, the atmosphere in the courtroom has become extremely grave.
Get out. Leave immediately.
She's right here, officer.
Yep, here she is.
That's the pun that sets you off. After a year and a half, that's the pun.
Yes,
Sets
hello,
you off.
FBI. Yeah, this lady right here. This one.
What's the British equivalent of the FBI?
MI5.
MI5?
MI6
5?
is, yeah, MI6 is foreign, MI5 is domestic.
Okay. This is no time for jokes, Miss Usato.
Madam, kindly amend your testimony as discussed.
Bien, sir. It took me a very long time because it was before the onset of rigor mortis.
I don't think this timeline's adding up.
I feel.
As dawn approached, I was very worried I could be discovered.
What about not that autopsy report, but the other one?
Oh, yes, the sealed one. Confirmed at midnight. Okay, well, that still makes it worse. That makes it even worse.
Objection!
Welcome back. Madam Tusples, I have here an autopsy report that was filed 10 years ago now. It confirms the death of the professor following his execution at the gallows.
And is that a problem?
I believe it is, because your testimony and a particular detail in the report completely contradict one another.
What?
Yeah, you're down like Langley area. That's a weird area, like in the fun way.
Are you going to explain yourself, my Nibonese friend?
No, eat my entire ass. According to her testimony, Madame Tuspels was creating her wax impression just before dawn. And at that time, rigor mortis had not yet set in. Am I correct so far, madam?
You are, yes. As I said, the stiffening of the jaw is the first sign of rigor mortis. 2 to 3 hours after death. But the man's chin was limp, so he could not have been dead for a long time.
What's worse, a limp biscuit or a limp chin? But
Yes.
on the other hand, if you look at Dr. Scythe's report, it quite clearly states the following. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight, 17th June.
No.
Yes! If the professor indeed died at midnight that day, then by the time you were sculpting his face, rigor mortis would have already set in.
Wait, yes, you are right. The chin, it would have been completely stiff.
Show me a warrant. In other words, this report is wrong.
Objection!
No coroner makes mistakes when recording the time of death. The very idea is absurd.
Pants grab. In that case, there's only one possible conclusion. The execution didn't actually take place at the stated time.
Impossible.
Wait, I'm sorry, did they switch sides?
Council, this is beyond folly.
I don't know.
Not only do you indict the author of the report, Dr. Scythe, but you also implicate members of staff at Barclay Prison, where the execution took place.
Damn, that sounds a lot like it's their problem and not mine.
Extraordinary.
Not my day.
My learned friend appears to have overlooked one very crucial fact.
What fact?
The professor died that night, without question.
Yeah.
He did. Of course he did. I moved the man's in pajamas with my own hands. And he...
Yes, the professor died that night. But what if he didn't die at the gallows?
Didn't die it. Are you insane? What exactly are you suggesting did happen in that case?
It's almost impossible to believe, but it would explain the link between Dr. Scythe, the professor, and that one other person of interest. I have evidence that will explain exactly what I'm suggesting happened that night.
Council, present that evidence at once. The evidence that allegedly explains what really happened on the night of the professor's execution.
What happened that night is written very plainly in this newspaper article. Executed criminal returns in the dead of night at local cemetery.
You're suggesting it was a corpse coming back from the dead now.
Well, if this article is to be believed, yeah. The professor, assumed dead following his execution, emerged from his grave and was killed again.
Objection!
Don't be a fool! That's simply a rumor published by the gutter press.
Can you be certain of that?
Are you serious?
The point is, as the article says, there is a witness to what happened.
My word, yes indeed.
Last week, the young man who stole into the cemetery by chance that night.
Objection!
Of course there was a witness. The story didn't write itself. But obviously the man made it all up.
And in any case, that was 10 years ago now. There would surely be no hope of finding him.
The article literally names him?
Yes, it
And he
does.
is right here?
On the contrary, my lord, we all know this witness well.
What?
Are you suggesting, Council, that you've identified the person in question?
Pursuant with the fact that I can, in fact, read, yes.
I didn't read the note. Is it Sholmes or somebody?
Enoch.
Yeah, it's Trevor.
That you know who claims to have seen these utterly incredible events take place?
Yes, my lord. In fact, you could say that he's right here before my very eyes.
You will substantiate your latest claim now then, Council. Point, comma, get to the dam.
Take that!
It's this one. The man in question is Mr. Penis Dauber.
Trevor.
The previous witness?
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors at Madame Tussbell's Museum of Waxwork recreates that decade-old scene in great detail. The condemned criminal emerging from the grave, and beside the tomb, a young man with a lantern stumbling upon a terrifying sight. And that young man is a 10-year younger Mr. Enoch Trevor.
Bum, bum, bum. Order. Order, order.
Surely not, Council.
Trevor was there, in Lowgate Cemetery.
What does all this talk about Mr. Trevor? Is the name significant?
Of course. Madame Tusples doesn't know, does she? Yes, it's extremely significant, madam. To your situation as well, in fact.
What situation?
The theft of the Professor Waxwork from your museum some days ago was perpetrated by the very same man.
None. But that would mean...
Very insightful, Van Zeeks, thank you.
Madam Tusples. Would appear you know the name, Enoch Trevor.
Yes, I know it.
Get some rest,
But long
Lumi!
ago in the past.
Best of luck with 7 days to die.
He's the gravekeeper.
What?
Oh my.
Good gracious.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I feel you. I basically didn't sleep over the weekend, so still trying to catch back up.
The story of the young man and the terrible sight he witnessed in the cemetery 10 years ago was published in every single newspaper in London and throughout Great Britain.
Oh, I'm super hyped to figure out why Van Zeeks is all worked up.
However, in all of the articles, the witness was simply described as a certain young man. No details were published about his identity. His name was never revealed. That is, apart from in one newspaper. The Daily Circus. It is the paper from which comes the article I have already shown the court.
You're saying that his full name was only publicized in that article?
Goodness me. Yes, here it is. The university student who experienced this shocking event is Mr. Enoch Trevor.
Okay.
A disciple of science at the University of London and a resident of its student dorms.
Unbelievable.
When I read the article, I went to meet with the man. His discovery of the condemned criminal coming back to life in the cemetery in the dead of night would make a perfect exhibit for my House of Horrors, whether it was the truth or not.
I see. So you went to meet Mr. Trevor in order to sculpt a waxwork of the man, did you?
Excitement. He was studying science at the University of London in those days. He was just a poor student.
Aren't they all?
I paid him £5 to model for the waxwork.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
And since that time, it has been in my museum to recreate the scene of terror from the cemetery.
So, 10 years ago, a young man appealed to the public about an extraordinary event he'd witnessed. A criminal who had been put to death re-emerging from his grave in the middle of the night. But the public treated his claim as nothing more than an amusing anecdote that was soon forgotten. 10 years later, the same man steals a waxwork model of the executed criminal, ostensibly to use as a body double for the victim in the case we're discussing here today. Even though the waxwork's build is a poor match for the victim, and its face is obscured by a mask. So the question is, why? Which brings us to 3 days ago, when the birdcage crashed into the Crystal Tower. If the birdcage had in fact contained not the body of Mr. Assman, but that same waxwork, the coroner from Scotland Yard who investigated, Dr. Scythe, would have noticed immediately. And yet, she submitted this autopsy report for the victim, which the court has seen earlier. Why?
Because the waxwork was that of the professor. Is that what you're saying?
Dr. Scythe put her name to a document confirming the death of a condemned criminal who was still alive. A criminal whose apparent resurrection was witnessed by Mr. Drebber. But that misconduct was a deadly secret the coroner would do anything to protect. Which is precisely why Mr. Drebber used that particular waxwork as the body double. Gotcha, bitch. My lord, this court must summon Dr. Scythe to the stand. The defense is determined to find out exactly how the coroner and Mr. Drebber are connected.
But according to the missive I received this morning through the prosecutor's office, Dr. Scythe is unable to participate in these proceedings. Is that not the case?
Why don't you receive this, pants grab?
She told us herself, didn't she?
Lord Van Zieks won't be summoning me as a witness. Lord Strongford has forbidden it.
Lord Strongford?
The Pandora's box you were warned about is the Professor case. But please don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me.
Oh. Something happened on the night of that killer's execution 10 years ago. And surely nobody would want to get to the bottom of it more than Lord Van Zieks.
The prosecution calls for the instructions in that missive to be scrapped.
Hmm.
But Lord Van Zieks, the missive was issued from the Lord Chief Justice office.
Objection!
The assigned prosecutor has the final say on policy in any particular trial. In other words, I don't give a fuck.
True. Yeah.
Let Enoch Drebber and Dr. Scythe both take the stand together.
Order! Order! If you don't give a damn, I don't give a fuck. Bailiff, send a subpoena with immediate effect, addressed to Dr. Scythe of the Forensic Investigation Team.
I'm sorry, was that a girl talk reference?
The woman is compelled to attend on Her Majesty's orders.
I don't think Sharky knows Regulus.
I missed it.
All right, then. Enoch Drebber and Dr. Scythe. If they weren't colluding with one another, this crime could have never been committed. I'm just a stone's throw away. I can feel it. The truth behind all of this is about to come out. One second.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Thank you for your attendance at such short notice, Dr. Scythe. Lovely weather we're having.
Yes.
It's England, so probably not.
The rain is quite drizzly.
I can't stand the rain.
I look to the sky, but I look in vain. Every cloud, but no rain.
I just realized there's like a picture of a Grim Reaper on his wine bottle.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
he's
been there the
doing
whole time.
nothing to assuage the whole Reaper of the Bailey thing, huh?
Dual wielding scythes, no less. Which one of those is Courtney?
What?
Dual wielding scythes. Which one is Courtney? He doesn't get it.
Oh. I got it.
I'm sorry. Well, not really, but you know.
I've been brainstorming for the past few sessions about what's going to happen when
Sorry about that, I
Asogi
had to
actually
fix-
starts talking again.
I'm disappointed in you, Lord Van Zeet. You've completely betrayed the agreed policy of both Scotland Yard and the prosecutor's office.
That sounds like a you problem. Betrayal is not in my nature. If it is, if there's even a hint of wrongdoing, and no matter who it concerns or disgruntles, I will pursue the matter to the bitter end, as would any prosecutor worth his salt.
Ellipses.
Mr. Drebber! You took the victim's life by means of a machine that you constructed in your workshop. And Dr. Scythe, as the investigating coroner, you were the first on the scene to examine the victim's body. It is the belief of the defense that you collaborated with each other and were both complicit in this crime.
And where is your evidence?
Same place as your tits, very thin. At present, we have no definitive evidence, but we do have a very significant clue.
That is justice, Councillor Naruhodo.
I'm talking, of course, about the waxwork. This model of the killer, known as the Professor, who was sentenced to death 10 years ago.
You don't need to tell me. I witnessed the man's execution with my own eyes and officially pronounced him dead.
That remains to be seen.
Is that so?
According to newspaper reports from the time, on the night following his execution, the killer came back to life.
Don't waste my time.
And the sole witness to that mysterious event was you, Mr. Drebber, wasn't it?
Ellipses.
If what you saw in the graveyard that night 10 years ago wasn't some chilling fiction, but reality, it would make you privy to a very great secret of Dr. Scythe's. A secret so profound, it could compel the coroner to agree to collaborate in your evil scheme, in fact.
Ellipses.
Mr. Drebber, tell the court. Tell everyone the truth of what you saw that night in Lowgate Cemetery.
Ellipses.
Here's the student who saw it.
Man's out here telling me a novel.
What an interesting twist.
What the twist?
What they twist?
And at the time, not one person would take me seriously. Yet now here we are 10 years later, and suddenly my story matters in a court of law too. Very well then, if everyone so wishes. Let's be frank. Hi, Frank. I'll tell you the truth of what happened that night, for what it's worth.
I thought your name was Enoch.
Yeah.
My middle name's Frank.
That makes sense. Also ellipses.
More ellipses.
We're chatty.
So, Mr. Drebber, your testimony, please, about the events of that night 10 years ago. You will tell the court exactly what you stumbled across in Lowgate Cemetery. Yes, of course, as you wish. Switching his accent for the 8th time to save my voice. The reason I was in Lowgate Cemetery at all 10 years ago was for a spot of moonlighting, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
the
like an
illustration
engineer.
in that newspaper was based on what I witnessed that night. But thinking back now, I realize that I never actually saw the professor.
Sus.
Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me from wax. Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist, and it was all because of that newspaper article.
So you became an evil criminal instead? Alright, bet.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's a
It's
fair
more of a
villain origin
cyborg, really.
story.
Wait a minute. You're claiming you didn't actually see the professor now?
Of course, you'd have to have a screw loose if you believed a corpse could come back from the dead.
Oh my god, suck an egg, bro. But, so you're saying this article is...
Not worth the paper it's printed on? I think that would describe it perfectly, yes.
If the details in the article aren't true, it nullifies your argument for why Mr. Trevor and Dr. Scythe would have been working together.
So he's discrediting himself to cripple my argument?
Tell me, witness. You claim to have been in the cemetery on some auxiliary business. Can you elaborate?
Hey,
That's right. Grave robbing, to be precise. I realized charging my butthole in the moonlight was not profitable, so I went and decided to rob the prison cemetery. Among students at the university, it had a reputation for being haunted by the ghosts of condemned convicts. Grave robbing, you say? Yes, exhuming fresh corpses to sell is reasonably lucrative. Of course, I never laid a finger on any valuables buried with the dead.
Don't think that makes it better.
Yeah.
So, you are one of the so-called resurrectionists, a particularly unpleasant scourge on society.
This is an actual thing from British history, by the way.
Yep.
Actually, my fellows and I went by another name, the Repurposers. That is quite beyond the pale. You invite divine retribution, sir.
Yes, well, I think I suffered retribution enough.
Nah, fam.
The Daily Circus eventually unearthed my name and put it in print. It caused me a great many headaches. In the end, I had to leave the planet. It was the only paper with the bad grace to identify me unambiguously, I might add.
I see.
Out of interest, who drew the illustration for this article?
It's Odie Assman.
Ah yes, that was the reporter who exposed me. He sketched that right in front of me as I described the scene. Obviously, as time ticked on, I bitterly regretted what I had done. Claiming to have seen something I never truly saw. Foolish. Very foolish.
Well, counsel for the defense, you may proceed to the cross-examination now.
At once, my lord. Do we want to call it here? It's pretty close.
That's fine for me.
I think I'm
it's a
okay with
decent
it.
Stopping spot, yeah.
Get
I
some
think my
music.
voice has had about all it can take, but we can go a few more minutes if you want.
All right. Well, hey, that was pretty darn good. Can't imagine we have much left in this trial.
Speak into the microphone, sir.
Eat my entire ass.
I've got 99 problems, and that will not be one of them.
I was gonna say, we can't have much left in this trial.
Probably about another 6 hours.
When you say 6 hours, well, like once we reach the verdict, it's like an hour, and then there's like 5 hours of retrospective and hand wringing.
Is this the last case for this game?
No, this
No.
is, I think, 3 of 5.
There's one more after this.
I thought there were 2 more.
No, just one.
I'm not 100% sure.
So we're still going to be working on these by the time the new Ace Attorney games come out, huh?
Yep.
Probably.
We gotta do what we gotta do, right? True. All right. Well, let's extroduce the cast. The man, the myth, the legend, it's Oni Hart.
Yeah. Yeah. Oni Hart. I play fighting games and RPGs and Omega Strikers. I don't know. I feel like I said everything I needed to say at the beginning.
That's all good. I hope you enjoy 16 when it comes out. I understand if you can't make time for voice. Yeah, sorry, we can't do voice acting Monday night. Oni and I are both sick. We've got anal glaucoma. Just can't see our asses coming to it.
Oh, I
careful,
see.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
my
Hold on,
favorite
Phil.
excuse. I've got anal glaucoma. I just can't see my ass coming in.
Be careful, Lon. If Oni turns right, he might take your head off.
I also see where my
I'm not
confusion
sick.
came
We're making
from.
a
There are
joke.
2
We
more
both
episodes, but I think
we both
only one
played
more
the
trial.
16 demo today and absolutely
Bet.
loved it. Last but not least, it's Bun Bun.
Hi, I'm Bun Bun. I will be playing maybe some Hong Kong later this week. On Friday, I plan to do a lot of streaming of Mask of the Rose. Very good game. Come check that out. We don't have our other voice acting thing this week. So yeah, just gonna be me voicing Mask of the Rose with maybe other people, which I guess is a voice act. Whatever. Hi, yeah, that's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the bunny. It's me.
To the ninja.
Hi, I am Shy. I am a Ninja Girl. I play video games. I also stream solo and with Lonnie aka Bun Bun here. Coming up this week, like Lon said, we have no voice acting on Saturday, but I'll probably have something on Thursday. Don't know what it is yet. Probably going to be some 14, but might be something else other time in the week. Not entirely sure, but yeah, definitely keep watching our Twitters and just, you never know. You never know when something's going to come up.
Yep.
My favorite anime speedrunner, Lil Sharky.
I'm gonna tell Woda you said that. Hey folks. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Nothing? You got nothing? Okay.
I got nothing. Go ahead.
I have that effect on people. Hey folks, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I put people to sleep with my voice, and yeah, I've been playing anime games lately, although maybe we'll switch that up for the summer. Still to be determined, but thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for having lots of fun, and tell your loved one just how you feel, because you never know how they're going to be or if we get the chance to before the next stream comes around. Y'all be well, fam. Later.
Wish them well in Portugal and remind them that they speak Portuguese there and not Spanish. It's Christweez.
Obrigado.
Hi, my name is Chris Reeves. I lead the Raid Group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I will be out of the country, and so Blitz won't be streaming, and I won't be streaming. But there is around 20 hours of DDO content scheduled to go up, and I will be getting even more than that up in the next couple hours. So there's lots to watch while I'm on.
The media pipeline is pumping.
So much uploading.
Yeah, I was laughing. It was the same thing with me today, uploading some stuff I had to stitch together. But hey, it's the joys of being a content creator, as they say. All that money and clout that we totally get all the time. It's awesome.
All the screaming into the void that no one cares or watches. Yeah.
I mean, I did feel mildly vindicated when some half-hearted troll attempt on my YouTube was like, bro, you got 2,000 videos that are an average of 2 hours. Why are you even doing this? I don't know. You commented, bud. You took the time out of your day to just particularly make that point.
I will say, since I redid all my streaming stuff and I'm now recording in 1440p, which means our clears are in 1440p, our clear of P9S is the most watched video on the channel.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
High quality.
Looks real fucking good. I'm pretty happy with it.
And I'm really glad that you got to play Persona 9 Strikers like that.
True.
Yeah.
That's what P9S means, right?
Damn.
No, I'm just a time traveler from the future. I have my copy of Persona 9 Strikers right here.
Oh, what's it like in the year 2300?
You think now is bad.
Did President
Why do you think I came back?
Did President Activision Microsoft Atlas decide to release that to avoid a war?
Yeah.
Makes total sense. Because, you know, corporations can be people and people can run for president. So,
yeah, they decided that in order to mollify the riots, that the new Persona 9 Strikers game would just feature full frontal.
Dope.
All right, fair.
So that's why they call it Strikers, huh?
I mean, Did I see something right today? Is the new Yakuza game just an Eric Andre skit where he's not wearing any clothes?
Yes, and I
Yes.
love it.
I'm here for it.
Perfect.
Listen, that man has cheeks chiseled out of marble.
You know, I've never looked at Eric Andre's ass, so I wouldn't know.
I feel like I've seen Eric Andre's ass, and I like Ichiban better than Eric Andre. And I already like Eric Andre a lot.
True.
True. I can agree with that statement.
So
Eric
is this the
Andre
point
is
where we thank is it the point where we thank Capcom for this conversation?
Thanks, Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom.
Even though it's
Thank you,
RGG.
Capcom.
You knew what you were doing, Capcom.
Yakuza is not Capcom.
Yeah.
It's RGG. Ryuga Goku. Either way, I'm gonna do my thing. Alrighty, friendos, let's have a good night. Thank you all for hanging with us. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you haven't joined us, feel free to check out the Discord. It's a cool place, I promise. We don't bite that much. Plus, you can play video games with us and steal all of my cooking recipes. If you haven't subbed to the YouTube, great way to catch up on content, or if you want to go back and look up something that we've done, check a PB, or check out the stuff I can't post or stream to Twitch, check it out there. If you're a tea drinker, check out the blends I put together with Adagio. The proceeds benefit the Trevor Project. So, you know, happy Pride Month. And last but not least, check out the stream wish list if you want to support the stream further. But for us, I'm going to call it a night. And we're going to go raid someone. I think we're going to go raid Key. Key's actually playing 16. All right. Slide over. But hopefully y'all enjoy. Any parting words before we leave?
Be good to each other.
Play Omega Strikers.
Pissing out the
Play
window and
Mask of